Hey everyone, I've got something new here for you today. This segment is going to be particularly for subscribers. So what I've decided to do is every time I get an order in, I'll go over all the hardware that I've ordered in just briefly, just to give you a look. Now, I order hardware sometimes up to a couple of times a week, but most of the time only about once a month. So yeah, every time I do that, I'll just quickly go over the hardware. Now, I'll also be reviewing some of this hardware that I get in, so in that case I might just quickly show you the outside of the box and then obviously talk more about it in the review. So these orders are for my systems, for customer systems, for a whole bunch of reasons. This order is from Performance PCs, and it's a lot of spare parts for my systems in case things fail. Also a couple of small upgrades, small bits and pieces that I've been needing for a while, and also a bunch of stuff for customer systems. Here I have some phobia, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's for putting around your radiator to seal the radiator, to seal the fans to the radiator, so that air doesn't escape, so that you get all the air being sucked through the radiator or pushed through the radiator depending what side you put your fans on. I've actually used some of it on this build, which I call the Singularity Beast. You'll be able to see it just there between that Silverstone dust filter and the radiator. Highly effective. I don't usually use barb fittings for water cooling, but I've got a couple of client builds coming up, and they're just budget water cooling systems, so I will be using some barbs for that. And obviously these are tubing clamps for barb fittings, so there's like 20 of them there, and they're from Danger Den. Okay, that's just a triple SLI fitting, triple SLI bridge, that is. Okay, so I've got 3 litres of Feather 1 UV reactive coolant here. So there's 1 of red and 2 of blue. Here I have 3 EK Uni Holders. So these are designed for holding reservoirs. They're actually pretty much designed for mounting a reservoir off the end of your 5.25 inch drive bays, but they're great for all different kinds of mounting techniques, mounting pumps, etc. So I've got a whole range of parts here. This is an EK FC Link blank serial. Now what these are for, I'll just show you this first. This is an EK serial bridge. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called, but it's for multiple GPUs, Crossfire or SLI, connecting EK water blocks in particular. Now there's fittings on the inside of that, and you can get those for NVIDIA cards or AMD cards. So what I have here is the fittings for the inside of one of those bridges. Okay, so I've got a blank there, which is for, if you want to run just 2 graphics cards instead of 3, and you blank one of the connections off. So here I have 3 EKFC Link GeForce, so they're obviously for NVIDIA cards for SLI. Here I have a UN Z2. It's actually just for mounting a pump on a 120mm square radiator or fan. So you can just connect this straight onto the front of a fan or onto a radiator somewhere, and then you've got all this mounting space here to mount a pump or a reservoir or whatever you want. I've actually got 2 of those because I think they'll be very handy for future water cooling systems. So here I have a couple of Phobia reservoir holders. They're 50mm reservoir holders. So I've got 2 of those. I'm pretty sure there's 2 in each one, in each box. Next to that I have a Bits Power acrylic DDC top. Just a quick look around the pump top. So it's got 2 G1/4 inch threads, one in the top, one in the front there. 5mm LED holder just there above my thumb. Got a Bits Power logo on either side, one there as well, and another 5mm LED holder at the back. So over here I have 2 lengths of tubing. This is Feather UV reactive tubing, so I've got blue and acid green. And here I have, these are actually meant to be red, but they look very, very pink to me, unfortunately. They're supposed to be red UV reactive O-rings for MCP 355 and 350 pumps. I'm pretty sure they fit the 35X as well. And also I've got some for the MCP 655s, just spare O-rings, because I am running a lot of these pumps in different systems, and you know, sometimes when you're putting mod kits onto them, you might accidentally split an O-ring or something like that. It's just good to have them sitting around. Over here I have a whole bunch of awesome hardware. I have a Swiftech MCP 35X pump. I've used a couple of these in water cooling systems so far. I'm very impressed with their performance. Now this is something new from Coolants. It's the RP452X2 reservoir, and it's for 1 to 2 Coolants PMP 450 or 450S pumps. Now those pumps are obviously the same as the Swiftech MCP 655, and there's a whole bunch of other companies that actually make the same model of pumps. So they all fit into this reservoir, I'm pretty sure they do. Just a quick look around the Coolants RP452X2. So you can see where the pumps go. One on either side there. You can see all the G1/4 inch threads for in and out for each pump. So I'm pretty sure you can have it all running as one reservoir and then 2 pumps running consecutively, or you can have 2 separate loops. If you're going to use 2 pumps in succession, you need to use this connector as well. Okay, so there it is there. So you've got that tube, you've got a couple of screws, and you've also got this clear acrylic section as well. So in here I have an XSPC pump mount for, it's actually acrylic, it's black acrylic. So that mounts to the bottom of your case, and then the pump gets mounted on there. Now I've got lots of awesome stuff in this bag of goodies, so I'm just going to pull them out one at a time. These are some Bits Power, not sure exactly, okay, crystal stop fitting with a 5mm LED hole. So these are for reservoirs mostly, so that you can have an LED shining up into the coolant inside the reservoirs, but you can put them anywhere. These are O-rings for, okay, they're red, they're UV red O-rings for Bits Power fittings. They're for G1/4 inch thread fittings. Okay, these are Bits Power Black Sparkle stop fittings for the tops of reservoirs and wherever else you need a stop fitting. I've got a whole bunch of compression fittings, Bits Power Black Sparkle compression fittings in here. I have some EK Tim 1.5mm, and these are Bits Power Black Sparkle quick disconnects. So Black Sparkle D-plug set. Usually I use Coolants quick disconnects because they're actually shut off the coolant when you disconnect them without spilling anything. These don't do that. You pull these apart, the coolant will, you know, keep flowing. The only situation these are good for, I find, is, you know, for connecting, say, a reservoir to the top of a pump or something. They just allow for quickly pulling apart a water cooling system after you've drained it. Okay, so that sums up this quick look at this week's order. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thanks, guys.